That's just a wee bit too much overdrive. Welcome back, RC Crawler Talk. We're the channel where you watch me upgrade my junk on the bench. And, as usual, typical messy bench. Well, back today we got the Caprado, the Team Garage Hack Holmes Hobbies Sherpa chassis, my C2 build. Lexan bodied, Capra axles, but some scale accessories, got some coming. So this week I did some upgrades, and we're going to take a look. So before, if you remember right, I had a Vanquish 3-gear transmission in here with a high altitude forward motor mod. Well, got rid of that, and I was lucky enough to score Team Garage Hack forward motor mount. So now, and also I put in there a Toizuki Delrin 2.5 transfer case. And what other upgrades I did is I'm trying out this NSD-RC RS800 V2 steering servo. It's got lots of torque, lots of speed. It's this one's a direct power servo, so it comes right off my 3-cell that I'm going to be running, possibly 4-cell. I also took out the Hobby Wing 1080 and I put in a Trailmaster BLE Pro speed control. A lot more tuning options, a lot better low-end control, way better drag brake. And that's all going to a Team Brood Apocalypse motor, 35 turn brushed. It does pretty good. So, let's see. What do we talk about here? We got we got 15 tooth pinion on the motor, 56 tooth spur on that forward motor mount. Did that because I was having some trouble with the steep inclines, and some of it could be tire foam setup, could be some rear suspension geometry, could be the shocks. I've already limited the travel on the shocks in the rear. Kind of played around with the geometry. This should have been the first step I did, but it is what it is. It's in there now. So before, if you remember, I had the Vanquish 3 gear and the motor basically in the same configuration going forward. I'm hoping what's going to happen is it's going to transfer, yeah, the motor was up forward, give a little more forward weight bias, but essentially the weight is hanging off the skid right in the middle. So I don't think it's got quite enough forward weight bias. So the Team Garage Hack motor mount bolts to the chassis up here, so it actually brings the weight towards the front, and it's actually not bad. That's pretty much center of the transfer case. That's right at the rear of the front end links where my hand is. So we're gonna check that out. Well, I also never talked about the winch. The winch is a PowerShift RC Roadrunner winch. It's also a direct power servo winch. She's pretty quick. I'll have to get some footage of that this weekend. I'm going to take it out this weekend and get some real life rock crawling footage to see how these mods did and see how much better it improves. But I did take it out on the course a little bit, and on the backyard course, and I did a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell. So one of the advantages of running the Delrin Toizuki transfer case is it has 44% overdrive already to the front. If you guys remember correctly, and you've seen in the video intro how much overdrive this thing actually had. Well, it doesn't have that anymore, because in that intro I wanted to see what it looked like. So I had the Team Garage Hack Wild Overdrive portal gears already installed with the last transmission. So that gives it 30%. Plus the transfer case at 44%. That's a lot of overdrive. Way, 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 way too much. So I put that one in. 44. Put the stock gears back in the portal axles. Stock portal gears. So now we're sitting right back at 44%. And we're going to see how she does. A lot more weight. Not a lot more weight, but anyways. So we're going to check it out this weekend. Weather's supposed to be nice on Saturday. We're going to hit some rocks, do some gate practicing. So future mods are going to include me trying to get this thing pointed out at 50 points for per SORRCA scale points rules with the Lexan body. With the Lexan body, it's pretty tough. I still have a bunch of, functional and non-functional items I need to add to it. But one way you can do that with a Lexan body is you can run a full interior cage as long as it has, well, not as long as, but you get the most points if you have 2 rows of seats. So the interior I built for this has 2 seats in the front and a bench seat in the back. And what I can do is I can run an interior cage as long as it has uprights and crossbars in between each row. So I need an upright in front of the dash, basically. I need an upright behind the front row of seats and in front of the rear row, and then a rear upright behind the rear seats. So I'm going to have 3 uprights. They're all going to connect in the middle, and they're all going to cross and tie into the other side. So that's going to give me more scale points. And that, with some drivers and maxing out my non-functional and functional scale items, I should be about 51 to 52 points. But I'll take you through that as I go. Hopefully be more consistent with doing the videos. Ignore the wiring. This is just a test to make sure everything's going to work. Before I get done with it, I'm going to get some loom and loom it all up and shorten some of these servo wires now that I have the tools to do that. I'll probably shorten up the motor wires a little bit too. But that's what I got for this week, guys. Enjoy the backyard running video. It's not too impressive, but it's a little something. We'll say the drag brake, way better with the BLE Pro. And the servo, man, this thing, it didn't even want to slow down. Just trying to get it in a bind, and you could see a couple times the back of the truck just wiggling as I turned the servo. So, and it didn't matter if it was flat ground, if it was nose straight up. The speed on that servo is pretty dang quick. It's probably not the fastest, but we're gonna check it out. So, all right, well, enjoy that running video and hit the bell, like, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see, and we will see you on the next one. Enjoy this RC hobby turn lifestyle. Hold is a lot better.
Oh, with that motor.
The motor and the ESC. Got rid of the 1080, went for the BLE Pro. slow down. Just as fast whether it's sitting flat or nose down. Oh, front range.